Welcome back, everyone. It's time to head out to Minas Rune and find out what's there. Obviously, we'll find boar since we have a quest to collect tough boar meat at Minas Rune. Now, in the past, whenever I had this quest, I used to get the boars from somewhere else, but looks like they changed the quest with the update, which is why I suspect that we are going to find some additional things here that are going to be activated by the auto-granting system. But yes, we have boars here. So far all I see are boars. And I also see an X up there. No, that X looks like it's moved, because in the past there used to be a very well hidden X. But since I don't see any sign of that quest, since I will have to assume that the X is now more in the open because it's no longer as obvious. Now, looks like it's all boars here. There are no wolves and no goblins like there used to be. That's a major change. Now, is there anything auto-granted by seeing the X, or... I guess someone's going to send me to the X. Oh, actually, maybe that quest is from Amon Raith. I think that the one of the treasures from the fields, now I think it was the one that used to be given in Trestlebridge, but now was given by our friend there. Let's see. The anniversary celebration has arrived. Yeah, alright, well... Okay, fine. Take your crazy anniversary quest. Steady hands. Refocus attunement for one extreme to the other after use. Skills cost no power for 15 seconds. 40-second cooldown. Ooh, that can occasionally be coming in handy. It's certainly one that I've always forgotten to use on my main Rune-keeper. If I could just remember that I have it, that's the tricky thing, is when you're in those panicky spots where I gotta go from damage into healing. It would be really nice to remember that I have that skill. Like when I was fighting that spirit in the last episode where I had to fight 2 wights in the spirit. It'd be nice to be able to blast, 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 head to the other extreme, and then be able to heal myself, put up the bubble and all that stuff, because I had to use a pretty shallow bubble if I remember correctly, since I was really low on my attunement when I had to pop it up. But bumping down steady hands and then bumping it down sounds like it would work better. Alright, now here's the last one. I was sure that there was going to be something else here, but obviously that's no longer the case. Right, that's all the meat up here. Let me just make sure there's nothing up here. I mean, at the very least, I can get some hides. At least, you don't have to go all over the place trying to find those crazy boars, which is what you used to have to do. Because the drop rate used to be very poor, and I had to go down by the lake. Or actually, I guess it might be more of a pond than a lake. And sometimes circle around, even go near the orc camps in order to get every... Whoa. Well, that's something that's new. Now, I was expecting that stone monument that you see right in the center there. Because that's for... At least that's associated with the quest that you get, the Founding Stones, with the quest you get in Estaldine. At least that was there in the past. But Arnorian statue. The ancient Arnorian statue looking out upon the ruins of Almos Rune starts the quest, the ruins of Minas Rune. But this is a new one. I've never seen this one before. As you look upon the ancient statue, you realize that several significant small pieces seem to be missing, leaving holes where relics should be. The statue looks to have been looted but lately. Perhaps the missing treasure can be found nearby. The looters may have buried the pieces for later recovery. Ah, that's what the X is all about. Now this is a quest that would be very easy to miss. As you see, I mashed the only reason why I found that is because I just wanted to wander by. In order to see whether or not any of these things still existed. So, it looks like they have... There's more than one X. For each of the pieces of the statue. So someone looted them and then put an X for later recovery. Well, that was a rather strange way of handling it. Okay, and that's why the X is... And that's why I saw a new X there. I just thought they'd move the old one for the other quest that we may get at some point. I'm sure we could find out where the old one really was by looking at my Lore Master series. I think I did that quest in that one. And I always confuse, you know, who gave me the quest for the X, who gave me the quest involving the... that sent me to the treasures in the fields. Oh, how disappointing. You know I want to use that blast. I just have to. At least I'm getting no hides. Alright, I need 5 of these things. But I got plenty of boars, but... Now that I know that there are plenty of boars all over the place and I've finished the quest, I could still get them for a few hides. Let's see. I wonder what is the stun chance on that. All it says is that it gives a stun. It doesn't say anything about... and plus... Alright, the attunement affects the stun duration. Alright. Really, my Lore Master would have loved this place. That's the second silver node I've seen recently. I haven't seen any wood nodes, but wood nodes are a little tougher to see sometimes. They don't stand out in the background. Not that I really care about the wood all that much. Actually, now I see, it looks like I don't even keep the wood tracker up. So that tells you how much I've... what I thought about it when I was setting up my skill bars. Alright, so now... Oh, now is this X also? Oh no, I guess... Oh no, that... Yeah, that X is part of this quest. That's the old X. That was always been there. So they did incorporate that into this quest. And just added additional ones. I just need to find those others. This is going to be an episode of killing boars! Yes! Exciting, isn't it? Now, where are the other 2 X's? Oh, there's one right there. So there should be one more X. Somehow I think that's the one we did first. Personally, I think marking something with an X is a little bit, shall we say, too obvious, but then if they are bandits or something like this, maybe they're not very creative ones or something like that. Oh, alright, there's another one. I don't think that's the same one I was looking at before. Was it? Is it? Or is it not? Oh, it's just a different angle for the one I was just looking at. Actually, alright, I'm not going to worry about that one. The thing is in this direction. In here? Right? That's one that that's the one we just got a moment ago, isn't it? And that's one we've already done. And I doubt that it's up here because... Right? That's the one we did a moment ago. Yeah, that looks extremely familiar. Yeah. Oh, he claims it's this way. Oh, there's one. Alright, there we go. Now we've got X marking the spot. We have taken care of that. We've taken care of the boars. We're not going to go to Amon or Rune yet. That will... I suspect another quest is going to send us there at some point. And if I am right about that, then I think it's a little bit early. Then I think we could combine the two quests together. And if I'm wrong, I can always go there later. Now, let's see what the ranger thinks. Alright, first of all, let's... Alright, I've got some boar meat here.
What do you need?
You are as skilled in the hunt as you are You are as skilled in the hunt as you are welcome, Pinestone. This meat will last for a long while. The wargs and goblins cannot stay in Unadir forever, and with the meat I can feed the families of Unadir who have come for my protection. You have my thanks.
Would you do something for me?
Now, I'm going to talk to him on taking the other quest before taking that one. Yes.
Greetings.
Relic stolen from the Omnorian statue? I am glad that you have saved them, Pinestone. Clearly, it is not safe to restore them, though perhaps it can be done in a more peaceful times. I will keep these safe, and they will be treasured when I return to Esteldine, for these belong to the men of Numenor. Alright? And... nothing really there, so we'll just take the one worth more.
I'll speak with you a moment.
Now, we have enough food now to last a good while, but the people under my care will not be satisfied until they are reclaimed their lands from the wargs and goblins that have invaded Unadir. We must be cautious. There is a camp of goblins on the slopes of the southern hills. Returning the refugees to their homes must start with the destruction of those goblins, but first I need to know their numbers. Travel east into Unadir and get as close to the goblin camp as you can without being seen. I do not want the goblins following you back to Amon Raith, so use stealth. And so I need to scout the goblin camp and avoid goblins. Take care to be unnoticed by the enemy. And this
Sure
guy...
it will do no good, but may I speak with you?
Oh, our poor farm, overrun by wargs. We fled this way, and the kind ranger vowed to protect us from the dangers coming from Unadir. I dare not go back. What if the wargs linger there? It is east along the road. I could dearly love to return soon. We will have the likelihood to make it there, and we need to defeat wargs near Nathan Hodges' farm. Now, I don't know if we're going to run into any along the way to the goblins, since that will be a change in how the quest works. And right now the closest... I will remove this quest for now, since actually let's just set this as the quest guide focus so I don't get misled. Now in the past I would have to avoid Amon's Ruin because Mina's Ruin. I would have to avoid Mina's Ruin because there were goblins there. And they could cause me to fail this quest because they would notice me, quest over, so I'd always have to go through roundabout. My traditional way of handling this quest is to go to the river behind the camp and up. Now, since there's a possibility of mobs being moved and stuff like this, I'm going to take the straightforward route for now. But if necessary, I may have to travel along. Now, he did say use stealth, but it's not necessarily a literal command since not all characters will have it. Yes, I do have a racial trait that allows me Sylvan Shadows. And of course, burglars. Time for stealth is over, for a man nearby needs your help. Oh, they made a major change there. Ooh, that is a major change. They canceled the need for stealth halfway through, so my old route going through the river would have completely fouled this up. So therefore it's good that I went through the new route. Or at least went the straightforward way. Thank goodness! I thought I was done for. I ran from the wargs and was ambushed by goblins instead. You explained that you're on my way to Amon Raith to clear the goblins, and urged the man to head his way and come under Marion's protection. Thank you, Pinestone, I will. You're not going further, are you?
Might I take a moment of your time?
I would turn back if I were you. It's naught but danger up ahead. The way you came is safe, right? Well, I'll head that way to the Amnarian fellows. Sounds better than trying to fend for myself here. And now I need to defeat goblins, which is what you had to do in the follow-up quest before, which was given by the ranger after coming back to him. This time you also need to destroy tents. Alright, so let us go. Oh, and he has a runestone for this. Not a very good runestone. Sheesh. I've already got a better runestone than that. Oh well. We'll do it anyway. The scouts become the hunter, and the stronghold chief lies in the center of the goblin mischief. In Unadir, you will defeat the Stonehold Chief and send a strong message to the goblins menacing the lands. Alright. And that's another one that's follow-up after killing the goblins. So they used to send you here 3 times. And of course, that's something that they tend to avoid doing now after we have revamps, is sending places 3 times in a row. And now we are here at the entrance of the goblin camp. Alright, yeah, level 26. I saw that the goblin was level 27, but I guess having mobs 1 level above you is usually not all that rare. Alright, Now, that's enough for this episode. For our next episode, we were going to go inside, kill some goblins, burn some chests, find a chief, take care of these, and return back to our friend the ranger and see what happens in our next episode. Oh, yes. We might even go after those wargs, since it's possible that those wargs will lead us to all the other quests in that area. So we have quite a bit to do in our next episode of Finally Plays the Rune-keeper.